Hey, podcast listeners, happy Tuesday. I have to admit, I almost didn't, I'm saying happy Tuesday. You could be listening to this on a Wednesday or Friday or Saturday or whatever, but I'm publishing this on Tuesday. And I am recording this late in my hotel room Monday night, February 2nd in New York City. And I almost didn't record anything because I am tired. I have been up since 3 a.m. Flew here today. And tomorrow I'm speaking at Inman Connect. I've got some other meetings set up and going to be doing some fun stuff while I'm here too, taking in a couple Broadway shows, which I'm super excited about. And I thought, maybe I'll just skip it. But one of the things that I really have been trying to be better at in 2026 is just be consistent with the podcast. And so what's interesting about the podcast this year, if you've been listening the last few episodes, they've been kind of off the cuff. Like I'm a huge content plan gal. Like I'm all about like mapping up the 12-month plan. But for the podcast, I decided to kind of give myself a little bit of grace this year. I know a lot of people do video podcasts. I like audio podcasts. I'm sure at some point I'll do some video stuff back when I, start interviewing people again. But I love just being able to like sit. And honestly, I'm recording this on my phone. I have a new mic, so you'll have to let me know how the sound sounds. I bought a new little mic set up off of the TikTok shop, of course, because where else are we buying things these days, right? So I just love being able to kind of sit down and almost like we're sitting down, having a cup of coffee and chit-chatting and just kind of catching up. So I thought I would just kind of check in, tell you a little bit about what's going on, give you a little sort of behind the scenes on what I'm doing this week. Last week I was actually in Portland, and I was basically in Portland, back to back, Portland, Oregon. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw we were up in the Portland area looking at some colleges for my oldest son, which was awesome. Can't believe it's already that time. It's crazy. Time flies. Then I came home for my mom's birthday, which was awesome. And then I headed back up to Oregon for a speaking gig. I had a great speaking gig for WFG Title. And it was amazing. They had like 400 agents there. And I was actually chatting at dinner tonight with some friends and talking about some of the folks that have been hiring me for speaking gigs and trainings and webinars. I think a lot of you know, or maybe you don't know, but a lot of our business comes from in-person speaking gigs, but also, Zooms and webinars. And, generally in the past, it was mainly real estate brokerages and associations hiring me. And I still work with a lot of great offices and brokerages and associations. But I think something that's a little bit different this year is we have been chatting more and more with title companies and mortgage companies who are really trying to build relationships with their realtor partners by providing value, by providing educational value. So we're super fired up about that. It's been a great fit. We've also worked with some builders. I've really enjoyed it. And it's been fun. So that was my first speaking gig of the year. Was home for a couple days. And somewhere in there also, I don't know if you saw this on social, I also posted this on my Facebook and Instagram, but was able to pull off a very big surprise for my dad. My dad is a long-time Rotary member. He is a charter member of his club and has been talking to me about Rotary for years and years. And I decided to basically pull off a big surprise. And I'll link to the post in the show notes below. So if you want to see some pictures and kind of see the full story, it was pretty awesome. I haven't surprised anybody like that in a while, let alone my parents. And it was just like super touching. And one of the things I told my dad is I have been really looking for some opportunities to do some community service and be a part of a civic organization in person. I do a ton of stuff online. We run a social media company, I'm doing tons of video and AI stuff, but like, I just think that there's so much value in like face-to-face spending time with people. I've been talking a lot about like taking the online offline. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. So I am a new Rotarian. I'm getting officially inducted in a couple weeks. If you are in Rotary, let me know. I would love your tips and advice. Ever since I posted, I had so many people that I know have raised their hand and said that they're part of Rotary. So I'm excited. The club is amazing. It's growing. It's has a ton of energy. It's really diverse. All different types of people and backgrounds, which is awesome. That's what it's all about. So, you know, um, the elephant in the room also is that there's obviously a lot going on in the world, and there's just a lot of heaviness. So I'm glad I've been able to kind of balance some of this stuff with that stuff, and that always is weird. I don't know if any of you feel that way, but when you've got heavy stuff happening in the world, and then you've got the business still has to happen. The beat keeps going on, so it's always a little bit of a delicate balance. But if you've been feeling a little, I don't know, conflicted or stressed or worried about what to post or what to say, just know you are not alone. I think a lot of folks, myself included, definitely feeling that way. So, oh, goodness. So that kind of brings us to where I am now. So we are in New York City. And if you've been following me for any period of time, you probably know I love New York. Love, love, love New York. Excited. I'm speaking tomorrow at Inman Connect, and I'm giving a new talk on Instagram. I am talking about, the title of my talk is Reels, Stories, and DMs, the Instagram formula that is actually working right now. And it's really ironic because this month we are really focused on a lot of Instagram training in the academy. And so it's just kind of perfect timing. I love Instagram. I've been on Instagram for, 15 years, forever. And it's definitely changed a lot. And, one of the biggest things that I think is so important, especially for real estate agents, is that, if you're a real estate agent, you're not a full-time content creator. You're not a full-time influencer. You're a realtor. So, the rules are kind of different in some ways. And I really think it comes down to connection. I'm going to be talking a lot tomorrow about connecting and the value of connecting with your clients. If you haven't gone on Instagram lately to see where your clients are, connect with them, not just follow, but be really intentional. You can favorite them, mark them as a favorite on Instagram, which I love. So then they'll show up more naturally in your feed, but you can even sort your feed by just your favorites. So I'm all about being intentional. What are some of the ways to save time? And I think connecting with people who already know, like, and trust you, and then also small businesses, the Rotary clubs, the churches, the, political organizations, whatever's important to you locally, really connecting with them and being intentional and commenting. Commenting's a big, big thing. It's not just posting and running, but when you comment, other people see that, and it's a great way to build those connections. So I am talking tomorrow all about Reels and stories and the power of engaging content, DMs, and also, just like I often say, social media is rented ground. We do not own it. So it's all about, really building a sustainable system. We use tools like mini chat often to drive folks from Instagram to our email list or our website. And then at the end of the day, it's just about being strategic, right? When it comes to getting on camera, I want to see you. I don't want to see a stock photo or stock video. I don't want to see an AI version of you. I want to see you. And I think that there's a lot of power in just sharing how you really feel about something. If your mom were moving, what's the vibe? What's the advice you would give her? Nobody needs 3 more tips for X, Y, and Z, right? Anybody could Google that. Anybody could chat GPT it. So I'm really advising people, especially my talk tomorrow, to lean into who you are, have an opinion, share that. You can share that by either talking to camera, through Reels. You can do stuff like through green screen, which I love, voiceover, B-roll videos, still really powerful, and then at the end of the day, also incorporating stories, right? Sharing. People love when you share with behind the scenes. They love the scoop. They want to hear what's going on. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. I always love when I travel to do a lot of behind the scenes. So that's what it's all about. What else can I say? Oh, one of the other things that I always say too, that I'm going to say tomorrow in my talk, is that there is not an app or tool that can replace you. And I really feel this deeply. Everybody wants to know, what's the app you're using for this? Or look, there's some great apps, but I just think at the end of the day, there's a lot of noise. There's, just a lot going on in the world. So yes, use social media, be strategic, use Instagram, be a connector, but also don't forget to take the online offline. Don't forget to be a noticer. Don't forget that, seeing you and hearing you in all of your imperfections is more important than ever before. All right, my friends, that's all I've got for you. Let me know what you think. If you've got questions, would love to hear from you. Would love to hear your thoughts. You can always reach me, of course, on the gram or just about anywhere else. If I sound a little tired, it's probably because I am, but I wanted to get this recorded and uploaded and all that good stuff. So, anyways, I can't wait to hear your feedback. If you are here in New York, would love to see you. Like I said, we're going to see a couple shows. I'm excited. We're seeing Just in Time for my second time. I can't wait. And I'm also seeing Ragtime. I can't wait. I'm a Broadway girl. And just excited to meet up with some Academy members, meet up with some clients and friends. Inman Connect. I have been coming to Inman Connect, New York, since, oh my goodness, 15, 16 years. It's been a while. So anyways, all right, my friends, have a great day. I can't wait to see you, hear from you. And we'll catch you on the next episode. All right, have an awesome day. Bye for now.